Greetings, adventurers. We got triple-digit temperatures here, so you're going to hear the air conditioning. Sorry about that. We just finished a Ravenloft adventure, which was about 3 sessions in length. About 2.5 of those were in combat. We had 9 level 14 characters in one room on one side when all was said and done. The characters showed up in this land where the sky is purple and the grass is red, and there's a milky lake where a town used to be. And if you take a little rowboat out and try to investigate, there's these like human heads that are alive and swimming around with little tentacle things behind them. They're like a CR1, not a real threat, but creepy. Some of the inhabitants of this land have been changed into monster men, like the mongrel men of first, but definitely second edition D&D. Little island of Dr. Moreau kind of thing going on there. But the bad guy doesn't care to be in charge of the land. He doesn't want to be the mayor or the king. In fact, if anybody decides to be mayor of the town that's that way, you're all in a little valley, trees around you and a little pathway. If somebody wants to be mayor of that town, they end up attracting his attention, and get his attention, he kills you because why not? You're just in my way. You're annoying me. Whatever. Yeah, bad guy stuff. His theme is chaos. That's the theme of this bad guy. Okay. We go to town. Oh, on the way to town, we fight this monstrous creature. Multi-legged, multi-headed reptile, steed of some sort. Fight it, kill it, no big deal. We can handle that. Go into town, find out what's going on. One of his former employees is a one-armed witch who had invented this gun that will yank a tooth out of your head for 1 point of damage and shoot for 2d6 damage. We take the tooth gun because, hey, we can use all the help we can get. Maybe he's especially vulnerable to it. But we can't leave the land until we defeat the bad guy. Cool. Go to the bad guy's place. All right. We can go in the main gate and fight the swift mechanical assassins. Sounds like robot ninjas. Or we can infiltrate through the garden, which is going to be much less guarded. Brilliant, let's do that. Carnivorous plants, of course. We zip through that garden at breakneck speed using, just running real fast. Hey, it's a tactic, it works. We get into this main room. It's round. Round is usually a bad shape for a room. Round and especially large. And especially not full of stuff. Oh, this is a boss fight room. The bad guy shows up. Okay, he's tall, he has a sword, I think he might have had wings. I'm pretty sure he did. Literally, boss music starts playing as the laptop is out. Dun 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 dun. Sephiroth. Dun 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 dun. Some Final Fantasy music going on. Like, ooh, oh boy. Doesn't waste time monologuing. It's throw initiative and go. Yeah, some Final Fantasy music. Huh. Okay, cool. Anyway, turns out to be tough. Multiple legendary actions. He's a CR in the low teens. Maybe had a little more legendary actions than you normally get because we're a larger party. And then 2 mechanical things come out of the corners. They are shield guardians, and in their torso is a cage, and in the cage is a laughing goblin. Oh, this is interesting. And he's like, hey, Billy, this is something you've seen before. So Billy, my character, is like, oh, it's what? Oh, no, that's not good. Well, me and the DM had conversations, and I'm not going to metagame exactly, and I'm not going to tell everybody, but I know what these things are. Billy knows what these things are. He's like, Uh, Battle commences. There's fireball. There's power word kill. Power word kill is counterspell. He targets the mage who'd been counterspelling his power word kill. We have a special rule where if a counterspell is itself counterspelled, then a wild surge affects the initial caster of the first spell. This was on one of my spells. I don't remember what I cast on whom, but it went off and it did what it needed to do. But I get the wild surge of somebody's going to face a disadvantage on my next spell I cast. Cool. Could have been way worse. All right. Well, these creatures that look like spiders, except they're like the size of a horse, and it's an internet meme creature where it's got 5 human legs. It's just bizarrely creepy. And yes, because it's horrifying, sanity check. We're using sanity checks. Some people lost a couple points of sanity. There was at some point a horse-sized heart, as in a heart the size of a horse, come out of a hole in the ground with long, spiky spider legs. And it's on fire, and it's moving around doing things. And oh crap, this is all getting weird. Horrifying stuff. The heart had a couple hundred hit points at least. The bad guy had like 500 because hit points needed to be boosted. The 2 shield guardians with goblins inside actually had nilbogs. This is a reverse goblin by name, but they are immune to direct damage. I cast polymorph on one of them, turn them into a gray ooze, and then the shield guardian tries to scoop up the ooze and shove him back in the cage that's in his torso. Great fun. Because I described the polymorphing as sort of a turning inside out thing, my creepy little warlock Billy forced a horror check on the party. We're having fun. Alright, this is all creepy, spooky Ravenloft stuff. The bad guy had an interesting legendary action that he could use as an action. Now this is one of the highlights of the fight. This is a mechanic I had not seen before, and I believe he may my son may have invented this. He just takes his arm, sweeps all the miniatures off to the side. Everyone's like, "What?" Reaches over, grabs a good fistful of dice, shakes them, drops them on the table, and then takes the miniatures and just grabs random miniature and puts them where the dice fell. So now you have shuffled where all the minis are. You've shuffled where all the characters are in relation to each other. I actually got lucky. I was kind of on the edge. I mean, I'm a caster, and I wasn't right melee distance with the bad guy who's whacking people with a sword. Some of the melee combatants ended up close to the bad guy, and some ended up far away. It was a random reshuffle because his theme was chaos, randomness. It was also a good tactic to prevent the party from melee guys dogpile the bad guy, casters shoot safely. No, it provided change. This was a good one. I liked it. We ended up with the bad guy using a spherical wall of force around himself, a cleric, and a wizard. The wizard who'd been counterspelling him and was therefore a target. The wizard barely pulled through. The cleric was killed. Rest in peace, Cadron. And that player is going to be rolling up a new character. We've already had the discussion. The bad guy just exit his his little sphere, leaving his 2 victims behind. And he is gunned down by a barbarian who simply picked up a big rock, caved his head in with it. Such an ignoble end to high and mighty Ravenloft Lord, to have his last hit point taken away by me smash, boom, rrr. Congratulations, Hadar, for crunch. Fun game. Fun game. I've been in contact as my son handed the DM screen, both figuratively and literally, to me to run the next game. I've been in contact with Cadron's player, and we have a new PC planned out for him. Should be fun. Should be lots of fun. I can't give any clues as to what the next game will be. Definitely more creepy Ravenloft stuff. I'm hoping everybody keeps their wound levels the same as where they were, and their expended spell slots the same as where they were, because you're shuffled off to the next land with no time to rest and recuperate. We will see how it goes. Next week, Tuesday night at 5. DM Kurt out.